In Chapter 17 of FE9, Ike's group enters the decayed remains of the Serenus Forest to search for Ruleset, but Oliver and his forces have regrouped, leading to conflict as we race to find the Heron Prince. This is the biggest map in the game, so big that it is divided into 4 separate sub-chapters that you must complete in sequence without visiting the base or having a complete battle preparations menu. Since you cannot access the convoy during the map, this means that you must bring most of the equipment that you need on the first part, and given the sheer number of enemies you will have to face, numbering at a total of 176, running out of weapons is a genuine possibility. The first part of Chapter 17 pits you against 33 enemies on a drab gray backdrop, which I handle by having Nephi kill everything. After routing the map, we're treated to a cutscene where the Hawk King Tabarn also searches for Ruleset, who's planning to sing a forbidden song to kill everyone in the forest. After completing each sub-chapter, you are not allowed to change your existing deployment, but you can deploy 2 additional units, which is useful for bringing in additional weapons from the convoy. The second part of Chapter 17 isn't a arrive map but 38 enemies, and once again I find it simplest to throw Nephi at all of them, while using my more durable units like Titania and Gatria to hold the line. After I clear this part, we move through the forest to continue our search, and we see a humorous translation bug. We find a female heron, which is rather surprising because no other survivors of the massacre have yet been found. But Oliver also finds his heron, leading to the third part of Chapter 17, which is a 10-turn survive map featuring a grand total of 65 enemies, which is just ridiculous. Here our forces are pinched in between 2 groups of foes while reinforcements pop up from all over the place, and all the while Ike is carrying the collapsed female heron, giving him the stat penalty for rescuing a unit, making him a lot worse at combat for the rest of the chapter sequence. I move all my forces into the upper left, having my mages spawn cap reinforcements, while Nephi handles all of the rest of the enemies, which ends up being a very tedious process. At this point, Tabarn has found Ruleset and successfully convinces him to not unleash a weapon of mass destruction that would kill everybody present. In the final part of Chapter 17, Oliver makes his last stand with 40 of his troops, but they are merely hay before the scythe, and they are mowed down with the efficiency of a diesel tractor by Nephi. Partway through the map, Tabarn and his 2 retainers, Oki and Janov, enter the map to assist us as green units, but hilariously, Oki forgets to transform, leaving him completely defenseless as he is killed by Oliver's knights. Funny as this may be, this is unfortunately not a permanent death, so he just leaves temporarily. At this point, Nephi has become a promoted level 15 unit and has nearly capped all of her important stats, making her incredibly strong. I finish routing the map and have Nephi defeat Oliver to finish this grueling gauntlet of a chapter. As the map closes, Ruleset shows up and recognizes an unconscious female heron that Ike has been carrying around. It turns out she is Leanne, Ruleset's long-lost sister who has somehow survived the Serenus Forest massacre by being hidden in a shrine for many years. The Apostle Sanaki shows up personally to apologize to the herons for her countrymen's misdeeds. While I have no idea what Leanne is saying because she speaks in wingdings, I can tell from context clues that Sanaki's sincerity has moved her, and the 2 herons choose to forgive her instead of seeking revenge. To celebrate this moment in race relations, everyone heads to the Serenus altar, where Ruleset and Leanne perform a Galdar to restore the Serenus Forest to its former beauty, which was apparently important enough to be one of the 6 animated cutscenes in the entire game.